Okay, my YouTube viewer, one in particular, this is going to be a response to the camera I-11. Dude, oh my goodness, where to begin here? Your last video I could go through, but you know, who's got the time, right? You generalize like off the hook. I mean, constantly generalizing, and oh well. Here's a couple of snips from your. Let's just take your last video. The first thing you mentioned is how disrespectful black chicks are when they're addressing you. So you're calling them black chicks. Not the most respectful term, while you're complaining that they're not respecting you. Okay, that one's the first thing. The next thing, you claim that black women dress like prostitutes because they wear big earrings. Another generalization. You take Mimi Johnson as an individual and you generalize her to the group of black women, or the, you know, to all black women, which I noticed you do that a bit. There was another video you did about bacteria, which you got the quote wrong. You misinterpreted the quote, and then you generalize that to black women again. It's like you take one individual's action and you generalize it to the whole population. Okay, let's go to 408 on the video. This I found kind of interesting. Just a question here. It's...
And who isn't? Okay? To you black chicks who are addressing me in very rude and disrespectful manners. You black chicks who are dating outside your race.
Outside your race.
You got me all wrong, okay? I am making videos to help black women avoid sexually, verbally, mentally abusive interracial relationships. Well, what about the men that are...
Now see, why? If you're so concerned about black women being in an abusive relationship, what does race matter? I mean, if they're in the same race, then that's okay. I mean, why do you differentiate? If you're trying to help them not be an abusive, sexually abused, whatever the thing you're concerned about, why does race matter? Just a question for you. I mean, you seem to be okay, or you're not concerned. You don't want to address the same race abuse. I don't understand why that would be so important. Why does that matter?
In the same race. Yes, those exist, but I'm not talking about those.
Why not?
I'm talking about...
Why not? Okay, 549. Oh, and another thing. When people date, that's a way to find a mate. And sex is often involved, but it doesn't always mean abuse. And that was another generalization. Where are the wedding rings? Well, not everybody who dates is going to go to marriage. Doesn't matter what race. You know, people who date, they're attracted to the other person. They want to find out if they're compatible, get to know them, and after a little while, if they're not marriage material, they'll move on to somebody else or stay together for as long as, you know, it doesn't, but how does that make sense where the only way you're going to date somebody interracial is if you've got marriage in mind? I don't know you, and I'm just going to say, you know, if I date you, I'm going to marry you. Who does that? That doesn't make any sense. You even say yourself at 549, find a way. I don't know how.
As a black woman using not have to, or as a woman in general, but particularly a black woman, you do not have to allow yourself to be used as a sex object by a man in another race. You should set your standards when you date outside your race. You should set your standards to you want to get married. That's why I keep bringing up, where are the wedding rings? Because that should be the end result. Marriage. I am promoting marriage. I'm saying do not just allow yourself to be sexed. Find a way. I don't know how.
Find a way? I don't know how? Then how are they going to do it? What kind of help are you providing? How are they supposed to find a way? Find a way, I don't know how. It's supposed to lead to marriage? You don't approve of them dating, so they should just get married? That doesn't make any sense. Where are the wedding rings? Again, that goes in every race. White people dating white people, black people dating black people, interracial. Not everybody dating gets married. I mean, that's just part of the dating scene. Oh my God. You contradict yourself on another thing. 25%, I think it was 11/18, 25% of white men, they're so committed, and where you get that information, I don't know, but there's never any backup information, no sources cited.
This isn't the truth, because you know why? White men and Asian men believe in the institution of marriage. They strongly believe in the institution
Generalization.
of marriage. The divorce rate among white men is only like 25 to 30%. 25 to
30%.
The white men have a 75% rate of keeping their marriages together.
Cite a source there, 75%. 2 minutes later, you're saying 50% of marriages end in divorce. But that's looking at the glass half empty. I mean, I could go on, but who's got the time to go through it? Dude. Look, dating. Would you rather it go back to when there was a lot of hate and fear and there was no interracial dating? You see somebody together, they're trying to do something. Another generalization was that men are just using the women as sex objects, and the women are in it for money or financial gains. I mean, I don't see that either. When I see two people together, I'm not thinking, well, the only reason in this interracial relationship that she is with him is for financial or status gain. How can you make that assumption? Where do you get any kind of cite a source? Where do you get the thing to say something like that? How would you know that? That is pure assumption. I mean, you know, prove me wrong on that. How can you say with a certainty that that's the only reason she's in that? She might be using him as a sex object. He might be seeing her for financial or status gain. I mean, there's all kinds of things. You really have no idea why two people are together. You know? You can assume whatever you want. You don't know. I don't know. Okay? Anyway, you seem to be really hung up on this interracial dating thing about the woman being used as a sex object. Anybody who's dating, I don't know if you dated much, but when two people are dating, they find each other attractive. That's why they consented to go out with each other, and then from there it's a road that might lead to marriage and it might not. And that's their business, pretty much. It's their journey, and it doesn't really matter to anybody else. It's what does it matter to you? What happens to them? what does it, how does it affect you in any way? And whatever way that is, why aren't same race dating, regardless of the race, how does that not affect you in the same way? Okay, so for some reason that seems to have gotten under your skin. You're seeing this in a way that is kind of strange. And another thing you said was when white men don't listen to you, or black women who are dating white men start to act racist like a lot of white men, and they don't listen to you. Well, after listening to you for 5 minutes, when you start saying a few things like you have said on most of your videos, it's easy to start discounting what you're saying, you know? I mean, there's just gross generalizations, and there's nothing, no sources cited, no facts. You're really loose, fast and loose with the facts, the numbers, the percentages, the mosts, the likelies, you know. You might want to go over your videos and wherever you're citing this stuff. Anyway, I wish somebody would go over my videos like I'm doing with yours and criticize and point out flaws, because then it would tighten my stuff up. So don't take this as an insult. Okay? Peace, Camera Eye. I hope you find your way out of this.